All right, good morning, trade pros. Welcome to our morning market update for Monday, March 26th of 2018. This is George Vapsov from Trade Pro Academy. I'm on the move again. I'm in a new location. We're staying with some friends here in California today and tomorrow. So you might notice a different background, but it's the same blue glow to my face that you're used to seeing from the monitor on my screen. I don't have my studio lighting with me. Otherwise, I'd have to back a whole 3 other bags. But here I am. I'm here with you guys for the morning market update. We got a lot to talk about in this morning market update. First and foremost, today equity markets rebound slightly off of their lows from the Friday close. That almost sounded like a Dr. Seuss quote. Um, but we're off the lows of Friday's close. And the reason for that is there's some talks that China and the United States are going to come to some sort of agreement on these tariffs. So we may avert a full-blown trade war, and that's giving a lot of bullish sentiment to the equity markets this morning. Not enough for a full recovery, but it's a good start to the process, and we're seeing some bullishness and some upside potential in today's market. So it's going to be a rebound day. We get a sense from that, from the way we've traded in the Asian session in Europe as well. Look for a rebound, look to ride this rally and buy some dips. But when we get to an overall larger retracement level, look for an opportunity to short, as I think the downside is going to try to break the low one more time before we trap some short positions and then continue to go up if this trade war resolves itself. If no deal can be made between China and the United States, then we're going to continue to find lower prices. And if we break that 50 level on the downside on S&P 500, look out below. All right, another big thing that's happened here overnight. And you know what? Let's go ahead and just look at the markets before we talk about that one thing. It's a very significant thing, and not many people are talking about it. All right, in Asia, Japan's up 0.7%. In Hong Kong, markets are up 0.8% as well. China's down 0.6%, and India is up 1.4%. In Europe, a midday London's up 0.3%. Paris is up 0.3% as well, and Frankfurt's up half a percentage point. Which you can see bullishness across the board. In Asia, the recovery is on. It's not just the trade war talks. It's Asia's going up, Europe's going up, and if you look at the futures in the United States, Dow Jones is up a whole 1.2%. S&P's up 1.4% overnight. Nasdaq's up 1.7%. So tech stocks are rebounding stronger than other markets. Crude oil is down 0.4%. Gold is down 0.1%, pretty much flat, and Bitcoin down almost 2% to 8,306. Here's an update on Bitcoin. This sell-off does not have as much volume as it previously did, so you're starting to see the early signs of Bitcoin finally bottoming out. It's not there yet, but we're getting close to being close, if that makes sense. This morning at 8:30, we had Chicago Fed National Activity Index. 12:30, we'll have Fed's Dudley speaking. 10:30 in the morning, we have the Dallas Fed Manufacturing Survey. That'll be important. And then in the early afternoon, we have some note auctions. 1 p.m., we got results of a $30 billion two-year note auction. And then at 4:30, we got Fed's Messer speaking on monetary policy. So quite a busy day. Not a lot of key data. The one that's probably the most significant will be the Fed's Dudley speech at 12:30, and also at 10:30, Dallas Fed Manufacturing Survey. All right, so that's the update for the morning. Here's what I wanted to tell you. China released their own futures exchange for trading crude oil. So up until now, crude oil has been traded in the United States. In fact, crude oil has been bought with the United States dollar since there was an agreement made with Saudi Arabia to create the petrodollar. All right, so anybody who wanted to buy oil would have to do what? They'd have to get U.S. currency, which creates a demand for the currency, to go on the market and buy the oil. So because oil was traded in U.S. dollars, there was always a demand for the U.S. dollar. And that's what made the US dollar the reserve currency. But on Sunday, China released their very own futures exchange on trading crude oil, and quite a significant amount of volume traded through it. And we call it the petro yuan. Just like the US dollar is a petrodollar, the petro yuan, because you could trade petrol, which is oil at the end of the day, and oil refined products. And on the first hour, it traded 10 billion won worth of notional value, which means the total value of the contracts and what they represent. So it's trading at a $2 premium so far to the WTI numbers, which is very wide, but it's the first day. So as time goes, it will narrow as time passes through with the WTI premium, and that spread will narrow down to very thin. And then at that point, it becomes more advantageous for a lot of institutional traders to trade there instead of the WTI contract. So this is something to watch very closely, because if this takes off, the US dollar could be in trouble. If everybody starts trading, not everybody, but if Asia especially starts trading crude oil in yuan and Russian ruble, then that kind of dethrones the United States dollar's position as a world reserve currency. It's not the end like a lot of people are saying, but it is a warning shot that's fired, and you guys have to be aware of that as traders. So keep an eye out on that exchange. I'd be really curious to see about 2 to 3 weeks out how much volume gets traded through it, but it's had a pretty good start as of Sunday. That's a huge key piece of information that many media outlets are missing out on, that you guys heard here first in our morning market update. All right, that's all I got for YouTube. I want to wish you guys an awesome day. Have a great week. It's going to be a quiet one in terms of economic news, but outside news from the calendar is what's going to really move and shake this market. Listen for Donald Trump and China's relationship and any trade wars potentially developing, and that's going to be the front and center pretty much for the day and for the week. That's sort of what's driving the wheels on the bus of this economy and stock market overall. All right, you guys take care. Manage your risk. Trade like a trade pro. See you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We'll do this all over again. Good luck. Early on, look for some rallies in the S&P 500. You got two options: buy the dips or sell the rallies. Don't buy highs and sell lows. That's how amateurs trade. That's how they get chopped up. They get sued like that. So I had a sense that this is going to want to rebound a little bit, but at some point sellers are going to come out and try to push price lower as well. And I think that point is 26.45 on the S&P 500. All right, take care, guys. Have a great day. I got to open up the trading room. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. All the best. Manage your risk and trade like a trade pro. Goodbye.